An April 1 Social Security rule change can involve administrative updates, eligibility verification, overpayment recovery procedures, identity checks, reporting requirements, earnings limits, direct deposit protections, or program coordination rules affecting retirement benefits, SSI, SSDI, survivor benefits, and related support. Now let's talk directly about who qualifies for Social Security benefits, because this matters more than ever under any rule change. If you are receiving Social Security retirement benefits, you generally qualified by earning enough work credits over your lifetime and reaching a claimable age. Most people can start at age 62, though claiming early usually reduces the monthly amount. If you waited until full retirement age, your monthly payment is generally higher than if you started early. If you delayed beyond full retirement age, your payment may be even larger. If you receive Supplemental Security Income, or SSI, qualification is usually based on limited income and limited resources. SSI is especially important for low-income seniors and disabled individuals who need support beyond standard retirement or disability payments. If you receive SSDI, you qualified through a disability determination and work history requirements. If you receive survivor benefits, your payment is based on the earnings record of a deceased spouse or eligible worker. In every one of these categories, your benefit status can be affected by rule enforcement, paperwork, reporting responsibilities, and account accuracy. But eligibility, account integrity, and administrative compliance still matter. SSI recipients especially may face ongoing reporting responsibilities because the program is means-tested. If your income rises, your resources increase beyond program limits, or your living situation changes, that can affect your benefit amount or even your eligibility. Disability recipients may face reviews. Retirees may need to monitor earnings if they claimed before full retirement age and continue working. Survivors may need to understand how remarriage or age rules affect benefits. So while Social Security is a stable program for many, it is not a program you should ignore. Now let's get into what seniors want to know most. How much money are we talking about? Social Security retirement benefits vary widely. Some seniors receive under $1,000 a month. Others receive around $1,500, $2,000, or more, depending on their work history and claiming age. SSI payments are generally lower and tied to federal benefit rates, though some states add extra amounts through supplements. SSDI varies depending on your earnings history before disability. Survivor benefits depend on the deceased worker's record and your own eligibility status. The exact amount you receive is personal to your case, and deductions may reduce what lands in your account. Medicare premiums often come out of Social Security checks, which means your deposit may be less than the gross benefit amount. Tax withholding and other adjustments can also play a role. This is why two people can both say they are on Social Security and still receive very different amounts. But there is another side to this that very few people talk about. A rule change does not just create risk, it can also reveal opportunity. Some seniors may be underpaid because their records were not updated correctly. Some may qualify for a higher benefit category, such as spousal or survivor benefits, and never claimed it. Some may qualify for SSI on top of another benefit or state-level supplements that increase monthly support. Some may be eligible for prescription assistance, Medicare savings programs, SNAP, housing help, or utility support that frees up more money in the budget. So while the phrase, "act now or risk losing benefits" sounds alarming, there is another question hidden inside it. Are you also missing benefits or savings you should already be getting? That is why this update matters so much. The same review that protects your current payments may also uncover additional help. Now let's talk about the latest government updates, because this is where things become especially important. Government agencies continue tightening administrative procedures around identity verification, payment accuracy, overpayment collection, fraud prevention, and account integrity. This means the system is watching more closely for mismatches, reporting issues, duplicate payments, unverified information, and changes that affect eligibility. On one hand, this can help protect beneficiaries from fraud and prevent program abuse. On the other hand, it can create stress for honest seniors who are suddenly asked to verify information, respond to notices, or deal with changes they do not fully understand. If you receive any official communication asking you to confirm your identity, update information, provide documentation, or explain a change in status, do not ignore it. The worst thing you can do is assume it's optional.
And this is where many seniors get trapped. They tell themselves, I'll deal with it later. Later turns into next week. Next week turns into a missed deadline. Then the account is flagged, payments are held, or the issue becomes more complicated than it needed to be. If this April 1 rule change affects verification or reporting, speed matters. Not panic, but speed. Calm, informed, immediate action. Open the notice, read it carefully, compare it with your records. Make sure your name, date of birth, address, banking details, and benefit type are correct. If the letter asks for documents, gather them. If it tells you to update something, do it through official channels. If you do not understand the notice, get help from a trusted family member, benefits counselor, or official support line. Silence is what causes problems. One of the most emotionally devastating situations for seniors is receiving an overpayment notice. Imagine depending on your monthly check, then suddenly being told you were paid too much and the government wants money back. For some people, this happens because of an agency error. For others, it happens because a change in income, living arrangement, or reporting status was not processed correctly. Recent government attention to overpayment recovery has made this issue even more urgent. Seniors should understand that overpayment notices are serious, but they are not the end of the road. In many cases, there may be appeal rights, waiver options, repayment plans, or ways to challenge the amount if it is wrong. But the key is responding. Ignoring an overpayment notice is one of the fastest ways to turn a stressful problem into a financial crisis. Now, let's pause on one of the most important categories affected by rule enforcement: SSI. If you are on SSI, your benefits are deeply tied to income and resource limits. This means that gifts, support from others, changes in who you live with, wages from work, and certain assets can affect your eligibility or payment amount. Many people are not trying to do anything wrong, they simply did not realize what must be reported. A family member starts helping more with bills, a beneficiary moves in with someone, a small inheritance arrives, a bank balance temporarily rises, a part-time job begins. These changes may seem minor, but in the SSI system they can matter a lot. If April 1 brings tighter review or enforcement, SSI recipients should be especially careful to keep records updated and report changes properly. Retirees who claimed early should also pay attention. If you began receiving Social Security before reaching full retirement age and you are still working, your earnings may affect what is withheld if your earnings go above the allowed threshold. Many people did not understand this and are shocked when their check changes. If your work income has changed recently, this is a crucial area to review. The rules are not always simple, but failing to understand them can create confusion and frustration that feels like a sudden penalty. For survivors, the rules can be even more emotionally complicated. A widow or widower may receive survivor benefits based on a deceased spouse's work record. In some cases, remarriage, age, dependent status, or other life changes can affect eligibility or payment structure. These are deeply personal circumstances, and many people avoid reviewing them because the topic itself is painful. But if there is any uncertainty about whether you are receiving the correct survivor benefit, the time to check is now. An April 1 rule change focused on verification or beneficiary status could expose old mistakes or missed opportunities. If you want the latest Social Security updates, rule changes, SSI news, SSDI alerts, payment dates, benefit increases, and urgent government announcements explained clearly and simply, subscribe right now and turn on notifications. This channel is here to help seniors stay informed, stay protected, and stay ahead of changes that could affect their income. Subscribe today because the next update could be the one that protects your benefits before it is too late.